So what made you fall in love with my husband? Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Issaplease, and welcome back to my channel. So I recently asked you on my Instagram if asking anything about love, by Hannah, mental health, friendships, absolutely anything. So today I'm gonna answer your questions. So the first question is by AIDS Yags. What can you say to people who are stuck in a family that thinks creative jobs are only side jobs? When your family gives you advice, they do have your best interests in mind. At the end of the day, you get to choose what advice you want to hear, what advice you want to consume, what you think is best for you. And if it's best for you to concentrate on your passions, then by all means go ahead. But if you see that there is some sense or logic into what they're saying, then by all means try both things out. What may mawa nimo? At least you get that corporate experience. It teaches you good working habits, skills. At least you have an idea of the corporate world, and it helps build connections as well. So try to understand where they're coming from. A lot of our older family members are trained very differently. They have like a different perspective when it comes to life and it comes to money and stuff like that. You can't really blame them. I mean, at the end of the day, you really have to choose what's best for you, what makes you happy, what makes you mentally sane, what makes you feel good. And at the end of the day, these are just words that people give to you. It gets annoying, but no one would give you advice if it didn't come from a good place, especially when it's family. Take everything in, understand where they're coming from, acknowledge that they care for you, but at the end of the day, still do what you think is best for you. My next question is from Rika. How do you stop being convenient for other people? So this is my idea of when you say you're being convenient to another person. When another person wants you to be there, you're available. If people want a certain thing, they do, like, you always just say yes, sige, let's do it. Like, that's my idea of like how you can be convenient towards other people. I definitely know what it feels like to be convenient for a lot of people. We really need to know where we stand. The one thing that I'm learning from all the experiences that I've been through and that I'm currently going through is that you really need to learn how to speak out and voice out your concerns and really stand your ground. You know, a word that I learned recently is non-negotiable. What are your non-negotiables? I'm learning that it's okay to not be okay with everything, especially when it comes to other people, even if it inconveniences them. It can't always be you waiting around for other people. If you're feeling a certain type of way, there really is no point in just feeling it alone. You know, you have to voice it out to someone or to the people that you're feeling these things to, because if you don't, they're just gonna live their life thinking that you're fine when in reality you're not. And it's those times nga you get more mad, you feel more vengeant, you feel more angry. Like, you can feel all these emotions and the people you feel them towards don't even know what's going on. So at the end of the day, alkansi ka. So I hope I answered your question, Rika. So what made you fall in love with my husband? What made you fall in love with your husband? The thing that I fell in love with my husband is, so di ay, pwede diliin ani ang questions kaya di ko katubag. What made me fall in love with Paulo? Sa di ay gid, uy, what made you fall in love with my husband? Butan siya kanang caring, charot. Dagan mig things in common, aron sa ba, uy. Ambot, uy, pwede diliing ani ang questions. Isura, uy, unsa di ako na in love ni Paulo, dako siya utit. Yo, kalain ako. Basta, uy, naganahan ko niya kay buutan siya, unya ka ng caring siya, unya nakakita ako nga murag dili siya daw nga lalaki. And then, murag maski unsa iyang naagian sa life, kay murag lahi magitag kaagi in life, but no matter what happened to him in his life, it didn't make him a bad person. He was still able to take the things that potentially could have like him up for the rest of his life. He used those things to make him a better person. Nindot gihapon niyang tanaw sa life, di siya bitter. Ako kay bitter magud kay ko nga tao. Like, I'm a very vengeful person. I'm a very bitter, angry person. Yeah. Murag, the things that I saw in Paulo, like, those are the things that I actually aspired to be. And I think those are really the things nga na in love ko ni Paulo. If anything, the things that I liked in Paulo were the things that I wished I could be. And eventually, my own little ways, I am starting to be like that. I'm able to be more logical. I'm able to be more rational with things. I'm able to be more understanding. And before kay brat, manggod kay ko. I don't know if until now, ako mauna, everyone has to understand me. Actually, being with Paulo really opened my eyes. And I guess that's really what made me fall in love with him. Kay with the dynamic that we have, I make him better. He makes me better. I know that one day, when we are going to raise little children, we can bring these traits, and I think we would be able to raise decent human beings. But hopefully, like, mas liwat sila silang amahan kaysa silang inahan kay way ayaw ilang mama. Char. My next question is from Dora Liz, and she's asking me how to recover from depression. This is a very interesting question, and I did challenge everyone to ask me things about mental health. The best way for me to give advice is, syempre, something that I experienced and something that I tried to do. I really hate feeling depressed because it makes me feel like I've lost my power. And I really hate it. I really hate feeling like that. I don't know if I'm depressed or if I'm just really sad or disappointed or frustrated with my life, but something that worked for me is acknowledging why I'm feeling this way. What are things in my life that made me feel depressed? Being able to acknowledge the things that make me feel this way allows me to identify kung sa akong kinahanglan usbon sa akong kinabuhi. So if it was I was unhappy with being in a certain situation, then I had to think, if I'm feeling a certain way because I'm in this situation, how do I get from here to here? And if that was removing myself from the situation, then I would find a way to remove myself from the situation. If I was depressed because I was feeling a little bit of emptiness, I would try to find things that I could do to make me feel less empty. If it was because I was feeling so unaccomplished in my life, or because I was feeling that I wasn't reaching my full potential, and I would have to take a step back and see kung unsa gid akong kaya buhaton, that would make me feel less like this. I think of it overall, the one thing that would make me feel less depressed is when I have control over my life. And the moment I'm not in control of my life and I feel like my life is going out of control, it's because wala manggud ko nagkupot sa kinabuhi. I feel like I'm just standing back and watching someone else in my body. Like, I look at pictures of myself like, ako di ay name. For me, it's really just like taking back my power. And if you feel like you can relate to that, then by all means. I mean, I'm not an expert at this. I don't know the situation that you're in, but I think it also really helps to talk to people. And you can always talk to me, if ever. My next question is from Rain Baljak. Tips on how a young aspirant can pursue a career path like you. Sa di ay ako ang career bash. Let's say you guys want to be like a vlogger or content creator like me. My tips would really be, first of all, to ask yourself why you're doing it. Ask yourself all the questions that you need, like if you were starting a business or like any career or decision in your life. It's so important to ask yourself the important questions like who, what, when, where, how, why. Once you're able to answer all those questions, and once you're able to answer those, then you have your foundation. And once you have your foundation, it's easier for you to move forward. I guess the next step is really just to do it. I find myself overthinking every single step that I need to do. Mas daghan ang huna-huna ug ang plano kaysa sa buhat, and I've been frustrated about that for a while. Now, creating a career like I did, let's say for a lot of content creators, if you're talking about actually having a legit stable income in the creative field, I don't know if a lot of vloggers will say it or admit it, but our life is very difficult, you know, like there's a lot of uncertainties, you know, with trends, but it's like a business, you know. So I think on the business side of it, it would be very beneficial on your side to know people in your industry, you know, like make friends, make connections, learn a lot of skills in that industry, you know, learn the business side of things so that you can really increase your potential, increase your reach, you know. Never stop learning about your industry, and also be surrounded by people who are interested in your overall well-being, because you learn in an industry like this that a lot of people are out to like basically just like short sell you. I think it's really important for you to surround yourself with people that really care about your overall growth and your overall wellness, because you learn in this industry that it is very competitive. So you can be on top this day and then be at the bottom the next day. I mean, take all your favorite YouTubers, for example. Let me just leave a little pop-up right here of all the YouTubers who've gone through their old canceled cultures and stuff like that. It's not easy to put yourself in the limelight all the time, to come up with amazing content or just even content at all. It's hard to even penetrate the market. There's so many platforms. It's a lot of work, but when you're around the right people, they can help you. It's not wrong to want to succeed in this field, but you know, when you mix that passion with competition, then it gets really bad because then you're competing against people who you shouldn't even be competing with, and you're creating invisible competition, which really isn't good for you in the long run. So, ikaw sad, make sure nga when you get into this industry that you're not the type of person to pull another person down so you can get to the top. And that's basically what I'm trying to say. I do believe nga we can do things together, and if we lift each other up, we can all rise together. And that's something that I think a lot of content creators don't really remember, because we get so caught up in just wanting to be popular or be the next best thing or to maintain our status of relevance and stuff like that. Let me know if you like videos like this where I just sit down and give you guys advice. I was thinking of making like an Ask Issa segment at least once a month. If you like that, feel free to leave questions in the comment section below so I can read out your questions. I hope that you guys liked it. Subscribe if you like this, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. Hit the notification button if you want more videos. And basically that's it, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Have an amazing day. Bye!